Ever since the dawn of life, every creature on Earth has had one thing that's helped them advance further than others. For birds, it's their wings and the ability to fly. Wolves have a strong sense of smell and the ability to assert themselves as the alpha. Kinda like me. But for humans, it's our brains, the part of our body that has helped us create so much good for the human race. Without our brains, there would be no modern medicine, no cities, no geek bars or furry porn. But honestly, ignore all that, because our development as a species has come to a screeching halt recently. What we're going to talk about today is as tragic as the Library of Alexandria burning down, as tragic as the events on a crisp September morning in New York. The slow destruction of the human attention span is something that must be addressed. The average human attention span has devolved to shit. Now, I don't think that me saying this is a groundbreaking statement by any means. In fact, I think that 90% of people within this generation can relate in saying that they have a terrible attention span. Tons of people are struggling in life and not being able to focus on what needs to be done or keep on track with anything. Like, come on, just take a look at any social media and it's filled with tons of people complaining about their attention span worsening over time. It doesn't seem to be some sort of tinfoil hat conspiracy though, because apparently the average human attention span has decreased significantly, going from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Somehow, we got beat out by goldfish, whose attention span is only 9 seconds. Humans discovered fire, yet somehow got beat out by a fish that doesn't even know they exist. I think a large amount of the attention span complaints that people are venting about on social media are actually coming from social media. Like I mentioned many times in the past, Gen Z is really the first generation to grow up with social media playing a big part in our lives. Consuming readily available content is something that's just become normal. Like with YouTube, you're able to consume content that is specifically tailored to your liking at all time thanks to the algorithm. Now, the length of videos tend to vary on the platform. It can go anywhere from 5-minute comedy skits to like an entire 1-hour documentary about some dark subreddit you've never heard of. No matter the length though, it's been suggested to you because the algorithm knows almost exactly what you enjoy. And that's why video platforms like YouTube are just gonna continue getting more and more popular. Honestly, why would I watch some long 3-hour movie about a German scientist just to potentially get bored halfway through when I can just go on YouTube and watch somebody read the Zootopia comic? Other platforms like Instagram and Twitter also recommend content through algorithms based on things that it knows you're going to enjoy, or at the very least engage with. On Instagram and Twitter, you're given short videos or images or brain dead takes, but that's usually only Twitter. However, the way that we viewed content would eventually change forever. One format was popularized in a certain way that would completely nuke any of its users' attention spans: short form content. Whereas before, you would typically have longer videos, short form content gives you exactly what you want to watch in that very moment with scary amounts of accuracy. For the most part, it gives you a limit of like only 1 minute per video. Is it not crazy how one platform alone pretty much had the power to completely change the way that we consume content? Like every time that I watch some sort of short form content video and there aren't pop-up text subtitles, it feels soulless. It feels empty. It just feels so boring. I've just become so used to the 20 different things going on at once. But this actually wasn't always the case. This all started when I downloaded TikTok. All the way back in my fetus years of 2018, I downloaded the app as a joke because I thought the content would be stupid, but little did I know about the trap that I was slowly about to fall into over the course of the next 7 years, mutilating my brain and attention span into the sludge that it is today. The TikTok algorithm from the very beginning has always been really accurate. It gave me exactly the type of content that I wanted, all while making it fast-paced and short. Sometimes I'd find myself struggling to focus on other types of media, but with this, I was able to get whatever I wanted within a matter of seconds, and if I didn't like it, I could simply scroll to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and I just continued to do this, until I realized that 2 years had gone by. We're now in a time period where you're not really able to leave the house anymore due to, something small that happened. And when you're locked inside and not able to go out and socialize, a lot of people ended up going on short form content platforms. I feel like I should also add that TikTok wasn't the only place offering this format of content. Instagram and YouTube both launched their own versions where you got recommended fast content that gave you dopamine. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. I mean, there was also Facebook Reels, but Come on. I don't think I've met anybody that actually uses Facebook Reels. Eventually, though, there was a great shift in short-form content where not even subtitles on the screen were enough. Eventually, gameplay started getting added to short-form content. It really doesn't seem to be as common anymore. I don't see it on my TikTok, but the go-to at the time seemed to be sped-up Subway Surfers gameplay, some super obscure GTA 5 car obby, or Minecraft parkour. The types of videos that would always capture my attention as soon as I saw them were these scary Reddit stories that were very obviously fake, and they were read out by the default AI robot voice with Minecraft gameplay. If it weren't for the subtitles, the gameplay, or it being read out to me, there is no way that I would actually sit down and read the entire story on my own. Why would I do that when I could just watch it in 5 different parts? Now, real quick, I feel like I gotta point out that I've noticed a lot of people saying that unrelated gameplay is exclusive to TikTok, when it's not. Ever since the old YouTube commentary days, gameplay has always been present during videos. The only difference is that now, instead of CSGO surf gameplay, it's a Roblox obby or a shitty mobile game. I don't know what type of sorcery or magic is in gameplay, but it's always been able to grab my attention even if it's a topic that I'm not inherently interested in. I mean, come on, how do you really expect me to pay attention to what's going on when the person playing Subway Surfers is just having such a great run? Have you no idea how many Darman videos I've watched just because there's some sort of entertaining gameplay in the bottom? And I'm telling you, I would never go out of my way to watch a Darman video. But hey, it's a pretty entertaining looking Roblox obby, so I might as well stick around. Let's go get that guy over there. Hey, you!
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes, of course I'm talking to you.
Oh, hello there.
Are you tired of shitty energy drinks that are probably horrible for your health?
Yeah, they give me kidney stones. It really hurts.
That's really gross. But allow me to introduce you to gamersupps. It is a cheaper and a healthier alternative to energy drinks and soda, so that means no more kidney stones. How can that be possible, though? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because it's 0 sugar, 0 carbs, less than 1 calorie, which then means that it's keto-friendly and diabetic safe. Well, you already got me hooked. Oh, you will be once you try it. Now shut up and let me finish. Let's say you're somebody like me who doesn't like to be caffeinated 100% of the time. Lucky for you, they also have a caffeine-free line just for you to enjoy the flavor. And they got some really good ones. My favorite currently being lean. Not only because it tastes fantastic, but also because it makes me feel like a SoundCloud rapper. If you use my link, you get 10% off your order. Come on! If you want to try it out, click the link in the description to get 10% off. Thank you to our good friends over at gamersupps. We love you. And now, back to the video. That's not always the case though, because sometimes I'm not even able to keep my attention to videos like that. If I'm not locked in within the first 0.5 seconds, I'm sorry, I'm just not giving it the time of day. And I noticed this was happening with things outside of social media. I knew it was a problem when one of my favorite artists released an album, and I caught myself skimming through each song without listening to the full thing all the way through. For some reason, I just couldn't commit to listening to the entirety of the song. And it's not like the instrumentals are boring or it's some sort of super long drawn out thing. These songs are no longer than 2 minutes long most of the time, and they have like 15 different melodies going on within the beat. In the past, I've even caught myself skipping to my favorite part of a song that I really enjoy because I couldn't be bothered to wait 30 seconds to get to it naturally. This is by no means a feeling that's exclusive to music though. There was a pretty long period in my life where I just didn't watch any sort of movie because that required a long build-up and it was an instant gratification. I remember back when I was like 16, I tried to watch this one movie and I ended up turning it off within 10 minutes because I thought it was so unbelievably boring because it didn't immediately capture my attention. Well, guess what? A few months ago, I decided to watch it for the first time and it's like in my top 5. And that's been the case with a lot of movies. After turning it off within 10 minutes, I then give it another chance and end up enjoying them. And movies are something that I've gotten back into recently. But books? Honestly, I don't even remember the last time that I read a giant page novel. My attention span for books has never really been all there. I remember when I was younger, I would get intimidated by the giant thick Harry Potter books. They were like the size of my head. Even when I was like 12, I was intimidated by books that didn't have pictures. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. This is something I just felt like complaining about. Make sure to follow my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you next week. Bye.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I mean NYC, I keep up posted with my brothers. Rocking purple jeans, I'm fucking on your baby mama. And this bitch so bad, I might take her to Benihana.